What's been one of the hottest trends on Wall Street recently? According to most pundits, it's not so much workers sporting the more casual look as they return to the office, it's SPACs. There was an enormous increase in the number of SPACs at the end of 2020 and in the first 4 months of 2021. SPACs accounted for over 20% of all M&A transactions in the US. For context, before 2020, SPAC transactions ran at around 1%. And while traditional M&A deals have come in between $600 and $650 million, SPAC deals have averaged around $2 billion. Although the volume of SPACs has decreased significantly since then, they are here to stay. SPACs represent $700 billion to $1 trillion of buying power, and we expect them to remain significant in the market. Because the turnaround is so fast, the money in SPACs has to be given back if the deal isn't done within 2 years. That has inevitably driven up pricing, making it more difficult for private equity funds and venture capital firms to compete. The other side of the SPAC coin is there are plenty of private equity and venture capital firms that are sponsors of SPACs. There are also plenty of private companies and portfolio companies of private equity funds that are looking to go public via a SPAC.
The majority of these private companies currently only have GAS or IFRS audits, and they will need a PCAOB audit to go on the US exchanges. There has been a lot of regulatory intervention in mergers and IPOs, and likely more to come. Extra scrutiny on SPACs could be welcomed because of the speed with which they have proliferated.
Thorough preparation is key to any private company or portfolio company of a venture or private equity fund planning to go public via a SPAC. To quote Benjamin Franklin, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. SPACs move quickly, so those companies need to build up their finance department and potentially get some help from early on in the process with compliance and understanding PCAOB audits. As private markets continue to mature, it's becoming increasingly important for management teams and private equity and venture capital sponsors to prepare earlier than ever for public and near public scenarios. Withum is one of the top SPAC auditors in the US market, helping over 400 clients launch a SPAC.